adjust your microphone, sit her here. Freddy versus Jason. What'd you think?
Well, it wasn't as stupid as the last one. So, what was the last one?
Jason Slug?
Yeah, but they weren't slugs, they were aliens. It wasn't as stupid, like super stupid. I mean, it was dumb. But it wasn't as... There weren't so many... Wait, what? Parts. There were a few, though.
Who were you cheering for, Freddy or Jason?
Probably Jason.
See, Jason, I think, is a sympathetic character.
Right.
Jason, you can not understand his motivation as much, but you can almost get it.
Yeah.
That he watched his mother get killed and he snapped, and there was already something wrong with him to begin with, and
people picked on him and
yeah,
let him die.
Yeah.
Whereas Freddy was an ass from the beginning.
That's true. I always found with this movie too that I always thought the acting was stronger than in your standard Elm Street movie, or especially, I mean, the Friday the 13th we've watched, which would be the first one, and Jason Goes to Hell, or as I've titled it on YouTube, Jason Goes to Heck, because of monetizing issues. Fawn watches Jason Go to Heck. Golly gee willikers.
Didn't it still get flagged?
It got flagged until I changed it to Heck.
Oh, okay.
And then they sent me an email saying, don't worry, it's family friendly. Really? Alright, thanks. So, yeah. Scale of 1 to 10.
What did I give the other ones?
You gave them all
like
fives.
Yeah, I'm thinking fives. Pretty accurate.
So, for me, where Freddy vs. Jason works is that it stays true to the original ideas of the characters. It stays away from some of the more stupid things that would come in. With Jason, the whole Manhattan, and then he gets melted by nuclear waste and he's a kid again at the end of part 8, and you're like, wait, what? And then part 9, of course, he's back to being an adult, but his face is all bubbly from the nuclear waste, and I don't know. And it's like, with Freddy vs. Jason, they reset it, and it's very much like Godzilla vs. Mothra, or one of these Japanese things, where they have a bunch of characters that are just sort of there, but what you're wanting to see is that Freddy vs. Jason moment. And what's cut out of this... I was
thinking Japanese just because of all the ridiculous stunts.
It is pretty ridiculous. What's cut out of this is that... Bless your face. There's a line in this movie that they cut out where she says, Freddy vs. Jason, place your bets. And I think they found that was too on the nose, so they cut it out. And it's when everything's on fire and she's just come out of the nightmare and she says, Freddy vs. Jason, place your bets. Yeah, they took that out. And I think there's a lot of stuff they took out. I really hope to talk her into watching this again with the commentary on, the cast commentary, because it is absolutely the best cast commentary of any movie I've ever watched in my life. Just listening to Robert Englund, who plays Freddy, and Ken Kersinger, who plays Jason, and hearing them talk about who they scared the most and what they enjoyed the most, and pointing out really stupid flaws in the movie at the same time. And they just seem to be having fun with each other, and with the whole idea that, okay, we're Freddy and Jason, and this is pretty much the coolest thing we could be in. So the idea was to come out of this that there was also a shot of this where Freddy and Jason keep fighting down into hell, was the original ending. And then Pinhead comes out and says, gentlemen, do we have a problem? And then the idea would be the next part would be Freddy versus Jason versus Pinhead, where you'd bring Hellraiser into it. But they couldn't get the rights, so that didn't happen.
They think that gets stupid?
That would be awesome. Like, I watched AVGN, who has Cinemassacre, and he talked about how he'd like to see Jason versus Michael, which wouldn't work, because Michael Myers and Jason are both maniacs who don't talk. So you kind of have to have a mouthpiece there. So that's why Ash versus Freddy versus Jason would have been fantastic. Bruce Campbell backed out of that due to the fact that not only rights issues, but he basically asked, so which of them do I get to kill, Freddy or Jason? And they said, well, neither. And he's like, well, what's the point? So he totally missed the point, which would be the awesomeness of Bruce Campbell against Jason and Freddy. Of course, the odd part of that would be he's got a chainsaw. The fight wouldn't last very long because he has a chainsaw to cut through people. And I'm not sure. I don't even know how that would work properly. I know there's comics of it though. If you'd like to order the comics and read the comics, we can do that.
I'm good.
And there's a lot of fanfic out there.
Oh, I'm sure.
So if you wanna read some fanfic,
a lot of those are really weird though.
But again, watch what you got to watch what you wish for. I mean, everybody wanted Alien versus Predator for a decade, and then when it happened, it was crap. And it's too bad because the comics for Alien versus Predator were actually really entertaining, but they lacked a lot of humans. And anytime that you make a movie, they go, "We got to stick a bunch of humans in this," and the Transformers happens. The Transformers cartoons worked because the humans were an afterthought. It was all about the robots, and I think Jason and Freddy would have worked better if it had been more about them and less about whatever was happening with Monica Keena's character. Monica Keena might be the most beautiful woman in the history of Hollywood. She's definitely up there. And she's believable as a virgin in this movie, even though her boobs are falling out all the time, which is quite a feat. That is not easy. When you have a tramp stamp that's visual, you're constantly having your boobs fall out and you're always wet in the movie. And yet, you're believable as a virgin? That shows skill. That's some skill right there. Because I believed that. And the Forgotten Destiny's Child member, Kelly's in this. And I thought she did well. Considering she was a singer and she really wasn't known for acting, I thought she did well. And John Ritter's kid, Jason, is in this. He's in a movie now, or in a TV show now called Kevin Probably Saves the World, which is about an angel coming down and telling him it's his destiny to save the world, so she protects him so he can save the world.
Okay.
I don't give it very long either, but at least he's still on TV. So, yeah. Would you watch this again?
I'd rather not. I'm not a big fan of these movies. They're really stupid.
Is it the gore?
No, that was stupid too. It was just
the amount of blood in the fight,
flinging,
the amount of the blood between Jason and Freddy in the last battle is so over the top.
It's so ridiculous.
Everything in this movie,
supply of blood.
Everything in this movie is an arterial spray. And it's funny. It reminds me of Kill Bill. I know you haven't watched Kill Bill either, but Kill Bill.
Watch that movie.
Kill Bill. Every time somebody gets stabbed or gets into a sword fight, it's an arterial spray. There's blood absolutely everywhere, which is not how blood works. It's just not how blood works. We're not. It's not high pressure, just waiting to burst out of us at the soon. It's not a hose.
Thank goodness.
Not like a fire hose. It just bursts out of us. Cut my finger, and there's blood all over this wall.
Our hearts are really strong.
I've lost 12 liters of blood, and I might be in trouble.
I'll keep running around, and if I get stabbed again, it's gonna...
When that kid got stabbed in the back, and he still got blood running out of him, and I'm like, how much blood does he have?
That's what I was saying about Freddy and Jason.
See, but Freddy and Jason can't die.
But they were still just bleeding profusely.
The biggest...
How much blood do they have to just spray?
The biggest logic flaw in the movie is... So Freddy goes to hell. Walks around hell looking for Jason, because it's what you do in hell. You look for somebody to go do your bidding for you for a while, because you can't come back, but he can. And says, you can't die. Appears to him as his mother and says, you can't die. You have this special gift. You can't die. Jason comes back to life, proving he was dead.
Yeah,
But the worst part is, later in the movie, Freddy yells at Jason, why don't you die? You knew he wasn't going to die. That's why you brought him back. And why would he stop killing? Like, Freddy at no point said, okay, Jason, now stop. I'm going to make Jason go kill. And I don't even understand why Freddy's upset about that. It's like, well, they're mine. Well, there's a whole world of people. And just, Freddy and Jason versus everybody is what the movie technically really should have been. I'd still be interested, though, to see if they could actually do Pinhead. Having Hellraiser in this would be really amazing. That Jason and Freddy were somehow meant to resurrect hell and bring hell to earth. The idea of Hellraiser is that hell is just another dimension and wants to take over the earth.
Okay.
And then you throw Ash in there, and Ash has the Book of the Dead, which shows up in Jason Goes to Hell, which is awesome. The Necronomicon being in that movie is awesome. She couldn't see past Jason making it with corpses.
It was weird. No, they weren't corpses yet.
They were going to be. It's just all bodies. Like Creighton Duke says, they're just all bodies. It's just meat to him. Anyways, you didn't see that in this movie. He wasn't like trying to Jason slug his way into anybody else.
Shaven meat.
All the boys in this movie were clean shaven.
Because that's what he likes.
Except the dope guy with the little patch, little soul patch. A very bad Jason Mewes ripoff. I don't know if you picked up on that or not.
Or Shaggy.
But he had the toque and he had the long hair. See, to me, it's Jason Mewes.
Well, yes, but I think it's that stereotypical California stoner.
You know, and he's got the line, and a lot of people laugh at the line, man, that goalie was pissed about something. I don't. Because that's the stupid... I don't care how stoned you are. You know it's not a goalie. Because he's wearing a hockey mask. And goalies don't wear that mask and haven't worn it in decades.
No. So,
in the States where this is set, most people wouldn't think hockey... Well, maybe.
They do now because of this movie.
But you see, in this universe, they wouldn't know about Jason.
I don't think... Yeah. Right.
So he shouldn't have been like that goalie was pissed about something. That's a stupid line. There's a lot of throwaway lines in this movie. Yeah. I think I've watched it dozens of times. I think for Monica Keena. I think for the blonde.
Sure. I'm not surprised.
I think that's probably why I watched it a lot.
Not surprised.
And the fun spectacle of Freddy and Jason finally fighting each other. Because I waited decades to see that. And then when this movie came out, it did not appear in Chilliwack. Chilliwack did not have this movie in the theater, and I was so angry because it was number one at the box office, but Chilliwack wouldn't put it on. Every stupid piece of crap movie in the world would come to town, and not this. And this was the stupid piece of crap I wanted to watch. I wanted to see it in the theater, and I couldn't see it.
That's too bad.
It was heartbreaking.
Could have rode your bike to Abbotsford. Be a long bike ride.
It would have been a very long bike ride. And then I would have had to explain why I was riding to Abbotsford. And I would have been told that was stupid. So, just saying, would have been more of a headache than it was worth. For me, this... I don't know where I'd put this. See, I like the Friday the 13th reboot, and I'm still tempted to make her watch it because I enjoyed it. The Friday the 13th reboot just takes parts 1, 2, and 3 and condenses it into one movie, and to me, I thought it was good. I thought there was some good acting in it and some good character development, and it's not reliant on this. It's like Wes Craven's New Nightmare. We could still watch that after this, and it has nothing to do with this universe. Wes Craven's New Nightmare is awesome. And it's actually a really well-crafted movie with a relatively low body count. And it's more about... it's Hansel and Gretel.
Okay.
It's basically Hansel and Gretel. And this Freddy demon thing is the lady with the cookies. That's the simplest way of putting it. It's completely different from all of this. So, yeah, it's completely different. So anyways, fun movie. I enjoyed it. I would definitely still give it a 9 out of 10. Sorry. And it's not just for wet boob lady either. I thought that it was creative. The way that it goes from dream to reality and back and forth. The nightmares were more, is this a nightmare? Is this real? There was more of that. There were less stupid moves in it. Freddy seemed scary again for the first time in a while. Scary-ish. He never gets back to where he was in the original movie. The only one where he's creepy like that is New Nightmare. New Nightmare he's legitimately creepy like that. The other ones he's cartoonish. And the fight between him and Jason is cartoonish.
It is. Just the ridiculous flinging and the canisters. What was in those?
Explosions. It was canisters of explosions.
But him like shooting those, him just like think, and they, yeah, that's how those work. And he launch them at people. Yeah, he flies. There was a lot of flying.
I did warn her at certain points. Okay, physics don't matter in this movie, and physics are about to take a hike again.
There were a lot. Yeah, there was a lot of areas.
It had the physics would later be copied by Grand Theft Auto. It had Grand Theft Auto style physics to it. van's rolled on its roof. That's all right. Just wiggle it, and it'll just go back on its wheels. Same idea. And about as realistic. So there you go. Hi, Shadow. What did you think? Did you like it? I don't know if Shadow was a fan or not. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the movie in the comments section below. If you have any other Halloween-related movies that we haven't covered, I've watched the first Halloween with her before. It's a classic.
Yvonne picks movies for Shannon.
Absolutely. When the kids are home, we can watch movies during the day that the kids can watch, and then
we have a ton of movies that you've never seen.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I will definitely be watching some movies that'll be like, oh boy, I asked for this. This is my fault. And I'll be having some...
I don't have as many crappy movies, though.
See, but I think these are good movies.
Okay.
I genuinely think I've bought Freddy vs. Jason 3 different times.
This is craziness. But a lot of the movies that I like, you already like.
Like, I've bought Friday the 13th movies multiple times. Elm Street movies I've bought at least 3 different times. Because you get it on DVD, and then you get it with the better audio, and then it comes out on Blu-ray, so you have to keep buying it over and over and over again. Which is why eventually when we have a 4K TV and something that'll play 4K, I'll have to get them all in 4K.
We have so many movies, though, that would... Like, they see this, but they don't see that that's, like, maybe a third of our movies. Maybe. Oh,
It's a lot.
Oh, Shadow.
Shadow's going to fall off.
He is falling.
I'm going to drop him. I'm going to drop my kitty.
No, that was all him.
Poor Shadow.
Save him.
Poor Shadow kitty.
Saving the kitty. Oh, look at there. Oh, she's so cute.
I bet. She is. All right.
Shadow's like, but look at me.
So let me know. He's too fat. Let me
so
know.
big and he keeps falling off.
Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And Freddy vs. Jason. Great movie. Great movie.
No.
It's fantastic.
No.
Maybe you missed the good parts.
Which parts were those?
Got your nose.
There's so many just stupid. And there's good Halloween movies.
Yes. One movie she has not watched that I bought, and we will be watching when the boys get home, is The Frighteners. She's never seen The Frighteners. Starring Michael J. Fox as The Frighteners. That's not his name. All right. But we will be reviewing that probably later on this week. Once the boys get back tomorrow. So The Frighteners will be getting reviewed very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you again soon.